me? Can you hear me now?
All right.
Is it picking me up?
Yeah, you just need to be a little bit louder.
It's like in my face. It's in my face.
That's where it's supposed to be.
It's in my face.
Just like you like it.
Is it working?
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Salty Blowie, episode number 35. It's been another 2-week hiatus. I gotta say, back to the old software. After we took a couple weeks off, we did take a couple weeks off. I'm back to using iMovie, which is so bad. The software that we were using, it was on a 90-day free trial, and I just need to suck it up. And right now, saving the money for Final Cut Pro, which is so much better. But we needed new tires, stuff for the car, and we just podcast or a car that works.
Yeah.
So we had to put it towards that. So and it really is a nuisance having to edit this on iMovie. Matching the sound up is a problem. The features and the cropping, it just doesn't look as good as I like it. So it's not as fun when you're editing with software that just isn't great. So we're looking forward to getting back to Final Cut and really giving a better quality product out there. But for now, we're just sticking with iMovie. And I think that's why we've kind of been lackadaisical.
We've been what?
Lackadaisical.
What's that?
I mean, kind of like nonchalant about.
Is that a real word, or did you just make that up?
No, it's a real world. Real world. It's a real world. So.
It's a real word.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, we're back today, and we missed you. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't do any stuff, so I had saved a couple things last night, but I had to do a couple screen recordings.
All right, yeah, just send them to me. I'll get them on the laptop and pop them up. But first off, we hope you guys enjoyed our last episode, which was all about scary movies. And if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out because we had a lot of fun doing that. We had a poll on your first scary movie that you ever saw, so that was fun. And then Jamie and I are going to start, it's not a movie, but a scary show tonight on Netflix called Ratchet. Anything that has to do with insane asylums, we both like.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think, I don't know if it was one of your favorites, but was Asylum one of your favorites with American Horror Story?
Yes.
Second season, so
yeah.
It's always pretty good. But I wanted to touch on something funny real quick before we get into this. So Jimmy and I have something planned for the day. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go get ready. And she'll be, okay, well, we'll leave in, at this time. And maybe a week or so ago, I got out of the shower, and I came out, and, she was running to the bedroom like, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go get ready, I swear. And so yesterday, I knew the same thing because we were going to the beach. I said, I bet you she's not fucking... I was in the shower, and I'm like, she's not getting ready right now. She's still in her pajamas, sitting on the couch on her phone. So I know it. And I know that she waits. Last time she waited to hear that shower go off, and that's when she started to kind of like, okay, but he's out. Now it's time to really get ready. So yesterday, I got out of the shower and left the shower on, and I got dressed, and I got everything out, and so I turned the water off real quick, opened the door, and ran out, and this bitch is running to the bedroom because she knew she got caught. I see her, she just looks at me like, what? You're supposed to be getting ready. And I was like, nope, bitch, I got you. I ran out of the bathroom, and sure enough, she was not getting ready. She was
I was literally doing
exactly
what he said. I was still in my jammies, scrolling on my phone.
But she was laughing.
Like, how the hell did he come out so fast?
She was laughing because I was plotting against her because I knew. She's like, how do you know?
So stupid.
God damn it. I need to get ready. I fucking knew, so my plan worked.
Dumb.
So
stupid. She thought he was so clever. I said, in the meantime, you killed 4 dolphins because you wasted so much water just trying to catch me in the act.
Oh, well, I'm sure dolphins died yesterday in the waves at Pismo, or Avila, because the waves yesterday were gnarly. Even Jamie, when we pulled up, said, oh my God, don't go out there.
Yeah, it was rough.
The waves were rough, and it's getting to that time of year where the swells and everything are... We're going to start getting the surfing.
Yeah, there were hardly anybody out there, too.
I'm going to be getting the surfing weather. A lot of my surfing friends posted, finally it's here, So, I thought that was a funny story to tell.
Hilarious.
You got a kick out of it. Hey, you were laughing, too. But yeah. So, um, babe, I'm gonna let you talk about it a little bit more because you have the details and you've been in talks with um, our friend Kendra more. But
Oh,
you wanna update anybody or even if they don't know about what went on with not yesterday but the day before?
yeah, I know. Smack me if I ramble too much.
Yeah, that's all right.
So unfortunate situation actually. It's not fun news to share, but if you're local, you probably know where this is going. 2 days ago, I got up, was sitting on the couch, getting ready to do my usual scrolling on my phone, and I saw that there was a live stream happening through one of our SLO County news groups. And I was like, oh, great, what's going down now? When it's a live stream, it's got to be something kind of big in our community because we don't get very exciting things happening around here, or we used to not. Lately, it's kind of becoming normal. So, anyway, I clicked on it, and super familiar street. It's the area where our Target is, and so people drive this street daily. And literally, probably like 8 minutes from us. But anyway, I click on and I'm reading comments, waiting for some commentary of the guy filming so I can hear what the heck is going on. But got the gist of it that it's an active shooter situation. Again, if you remember, we had one back in, I think, June. Active shooter situation, and um, I saw a comment that said officer was hit. And obviously that's scary as it is. Just, right in the broad daylight. This was the middle of the day. Actually, before I started digging more, I saw that there was all kinds of traffic. There was so much happening. This road was closed. I didn't know where he was working out that day, if he was local in our hometown or in Atascadero or in Paso. And if he was in Paso, I knew he was going to have to come through that way. And a lot of times he takes the Templeton roads between the two towns. So I texted him, but a lot of times he doesn't get my messages just because if he's working. Just to let him know, be heads up if you're in Paso, there's a lot of traffic because not only was there active shooter situation, but then when they were trying to slow back traffic in that area on the 101, because it's a street that's like parallel to the 101, a semi ended up jackknifing literally right next to the crime scene of what was going down. So it was just a chaos. It was just straight chaos. But this was all happening within minutes. And then, but I got this crappy feeling because they said a deputy was hit. And in this town, Templeton, I immediately thought of some of our good friends that is deputy, sheriff deputy in this town in particular. And I knew his schedule because her and I have been trying so hard to coordinate another date night with the four of us. And his availability is conflicting with what we have available. So I was like, well, crap, I know he's working right now. So I shot her a text just to check in. In fact, when we had the last active shooters situation, I did text her then as well, just because I knew a lot of law enforcement from different cities was coming in and helping. So anyway, texted her, hey, just I saw what's going down right now in Templeton, just checking in, making sure everything's okay. Well, you don't expect to get the text back that says it's Ted. And I don't want to cry. I'm probably gonna cry because it was the worst conversation I've ever had. So I almost dropped my phone and I'm texting as fast as I can. I don't remember what I said. I think it was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So I said, I'm going to call you right now. I don't expect you to answer, but if you do, or if you can, so I called her immediately and she answered immediately. And, I was near like just like this, just scared and not sure, what's going on. And, her calm voice and the strength in her voice, she was just so calm, like this isn't even happening right now. It was weird. And I was like, Kendra, you're a lot calmer than I am. And she said, I have to be. I have to be. And I said, okay. So I held it together because I figured if I keep losing it, she's going to eventually lose it. And she needs to hold it together too. And so I was able to kind of take some breaths. And she proceeded to give me details of what was going on. I don't want to go into all the details just because it was a conversation that was really this was the hardest conversation I've ever had, but I can say that she did hear from him after he was shot, and he did call her, and I'll leave that part at that. And she told me, what was going on. At the point when we were talking, she did say he was being airlifted to a hospital about 15 minutes away, Sierra Vista, and just letting us know, letting me know that was going on. I said, do you need me? I will come right now and take you. And she said, no. His family's local as well. They were on their way to pick her up. In fact, I heard the dog stop barking, so I knew they had arrived. And I was like, okay, you got to go. And so she said she'd keep us posted. Well, she proceeded to, keep me in the loop the rest of the day. He had surgery that evening. And he had surgery that evening. He was shot in the leg. So basically, it was he pulled over a felon that was wanted, considered armed and dangerous. He got out, started running foot pursuit. Our friend went after him, obviously, and he turned around, shot fire. He did. There's a gnat.
The fuck is happening?
No.
Cats, no bugs.
And he ended up, hitting our friend in the leg. But the other deputies did end up taking him down, and he is deceased. The shooter was killed during the gun exchange, or the fire exchange, or whatever they call it. And so it's if you look up the article on the sheriff's department, or any local news, the amount of ammunition and guns and weapons this person had, it's crazy. Thank goodness he only did grab a handgun that he shot at our friend with, because the stuff that he had was insane. And then they raided his home, or did a search warrant on his home, and found a lot more. Who knows what this person had planned? I don't even know. But I'm not saying it's good that he's dead. I'm sure he had loved ones in his life that are mourning his loss. But I mean, who knows what damage he could have done? As far as I understand, he lived in a neighborhood that's a family-friendly neighborhood area. It's just scary. It's just scary. It's scary because we had an active shooter situation just about a month ago, prior to the big one it was like all over the place. There was another one. So we've had 3 within like a 4-month time span. But the other one was in where his mom actually lives, and that was broad daylight in a Templeton or Walmart parking lot. So it's just, and I believe that shooter was taken out as well.
Yeah.
But it's just scary. Fast forward, our friend is okay. We're hoping he should be home today, and in fact, we're hoping I get the text to know they're on their way, so we can go and welcome him at the sheriff's department. But yeah, so crazy, super scary. I got emotional with the last situation when I knew they were getting ready to, finally take down this active shooter that was on the run for it was almost 48 hours. This guy was a ninja. He was everywhere. They were having such a trouble tracking him down. In this situation, it was home, is friends that are family to us. And so, yeah, it was a lot. As soon as I hung up the phone with her, because she had to go, I called him and I was hysterical. I finally just lost it, because I was done talking to her, her little calm voice keeping me together. And it was scary for him to get that call. What in the heck? You just don't expect to get that phone call while you're at work either. One of our friends was just hit by, was just shot at. So
yeah, she calls me at work, it's serious, because otherwise it's just a text. So if I see her calling, it's got to be something pretty serious. So the amount of guns and ammunition this guy had was enough for a small village.
Yeah.
So many rifles, so many. It was insane.
Yeah.
Magazines that said "fuck cops," all over them. Like Jamie said, we'll leave the details out. You can look up any of this information, any of the links on any of the local news stories, and you can see more about it. But props. Shout out to our LEOs and everybody that keeps us safe in here. It's a crazy job, and we're glad that our friend is okay.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. Right now, 2020 is a shit show. There's no sugarcoating that. There's been a lot of good things that have come out of 2020, but at the same time, it's just one thing after another. And now even when it's just friggin' killer birds or something, it's okay, 2020, when, it's just, everything is it's 2020. Can it get any worse,
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, but in these kind of situations, I am supportive of our law enforcement. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say, I do support law enforcement, but I support the good ones. When you have one that's a close friend to you or a family member to you, and they're a good person, and they're out there doing their job, the right way, you can't help but support them,
Yeah.
and that's my thing. I know there's bad cops. I know there's bad teachers. I know there's bad parents. There's so many, there is bad, and, everywhere, but in this situation, we know this person is one of the coolest people you could meet, like just the kindest person, just, we love this family. And so, it's just hard to know they're getting such a bad rap, that law enforcement is getting such a bad rap right now when there is a lot of good ones out there that went through the process to be where they're at today, with the intentions to protect,
Yeah. And in the people need to understand that the main goal is to protect and serve. They are called public service, or what is it? Uh, they're public servants, pretty much. I mean, they are here to protect and serve the public, and you know, we know that we've ran into some, with the family of law enforcement, I've run into some bad eggs,
Yeah.
and they're everywhere, and it's sad that they shouldn't be, but they definitely don't outweigh the good ones that are out there. But unfortunately, they are the loudest because that's what gets covered, that's what brings media, that's what brings views, and um, all that. So, like Jamie said, every place you look, there's going to be good and bad.
Yeah.
So, I just, if we do not have them, who's going to protect us?
Yeah.
And nobody has a solution or has anything good that I've heard that could replace them. So,
And that's the thing too. And then every time we have an incident happen, like I said, it's been much more common in these last few months than normal. You get those instant comments of people that grew up here or have moved away from here. Oh, I'm so glad I moved away. Our town just gone to shit. Or this, I can't believe this is happening in our little community. Well, it's happening because it's we're not immune to crime. I
yeah,
get so tired of that. I was like, yeah, we're not the ghetto, but we're also not immune to like those bad seeds. They're here too. And I mean, like I said, this guy, if I have the neighborhood he was in correctly, is probably not a neighborhood you expect, to have someone that their whole home is literally loaded with like a war zone. Like they could totally have just blown up any innocent bystander
yeah.
nearby. It's like we're not, unfortunately, yes, people feel we are so we're like in a bubble here, I feel like, and I've touched on that last time we were discussing the whole active shooter thing. Like we are in this like little bubble, and I'm thankful that we don't have these happen very often, and which is why when we do, it's huge, it's a big deal. But at the same time, like we're not safe anywhere. Like
Yeah.
it can happen in a town of 20 people. So
And we do need to become more self-aware because all across the country right now, people are depressed and anxious at an all-time high.
yeah.
People are doing irrational stuff at an all-time high. Crime is, people are either they're bored, they're angry. Luckily, things in our area are starting to open up, and hopefully jobs, are coming back. But it is good to be more self-aware now because people are on edge right now.
Yeah. And it's actually really sad because, I mean, on a whole different subject, but still another, crazy theme that has really shown a lot of light on itself in the 2020 period of crazy, the child trafficking. So, like, that's everywhere right now. Like, and I don't doubt I see it. It's scary. Like, I see, it just makes you wonder, like, missing kids. Like, are they really just kidnapped, or is this like a child trafficking situation now? Like, it's scary. But at the same time, I was telling him the other day, all day long there was comments of like, this happened to me, this weirdo was following me, or this weird
Oh,
person
jeez.
drove past me and looked at me weird. And it's like, now there are weird people out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's strange people out there. Not everybody is normal. I think I'm normal, but I mean, really, at the end of the day, there's just people. I mean, you can think back to when you grew up, like, oh, remember that kid, he was so strange. Like, there's weird people in the world, and that doesn't mean like they're bad, they're just odd. And I
Exactly.
feel like odd people that don't look maybe like you're kind of normal are getting like looked at like, oh, are you trying to steal my child? Are you going to attack me? Are you going to rape and murder me? Like, it's scary and it's sad. And my thing is, dude, if you're being followed in a freaking store, if you're walking with your child and you really get the creeps like this person is following you and you think they're going to steal your kid when you're not looking, or when you turn away for 2 seconds, freaking confront this person. Like, I will have no problem if I'm in this situation and someone's eyeballing my kid. I'm gonna be like, dude, what? Like, I see you. And, make eye contact with those people. Make them know you're not afraid, because then they're gonna walk away, like, I mean, hopefully. Not saying I'm like this badass and this is what I'm gonna do and it's gonna go down, but I'm like, really be self aware. Don't be afraid, but then also don't judge somebody just because they look different or maybe they looked at you. Like that's I don't know.
And
I
that
just feel like everybody is so on edge right now and it's really like it's sad and it's scary.
and that's the thing. Just because someone is socially indifferent, meaning maybe they're afraid of being in public. Maybe they think they're completely normal because they're not outgoing. They're not. It's going to get to a point where someone says hello to you and they're going to be reprimanded for it because it's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And so just yeah,
Yeah. I mean
it's
like girls, women posting about like, oh, this guy drove past me and rolled his window down and cat called at me. Well, I'm sorry. That stuff's been happening for, since like forever. Like that kind of stuff is normal. Yeah, they're creepy. And
this
I don't
guy's
know
just a
any girl
perv.
that ever
Yeah.
got picked up, that fell for a guy going, hey, oh, baby, when they
Yeah.
drive by like a creeper. Remember that song, No Scrubs? Hanging out the passenger side of his friend's ride. Like for real though.
Good reference.
Yeah, that's my train of thought. But I mean, like, just because they're creepers, it does not mean. I mean, yeah, it's not okay. I'm not saying that it's okay that some dude's creepy rolling his window down and going, "Hey, baby," But at the same time, that stuff has been like happening forever. It's just worse now because all these scary things are happening in our world. So I don't know. That's my TED talk for you today. So
No, but yeah.
because I just, I don't speak up very often. And I know that's even frowned upon. Like, you want to be an influencer on social media. You have a decent following. People, listen and get inspired by you. You should be a voice. You should speak up more often. And I'm not speaking up like to hide because I'm, afraid of the backlash. It's more of because there's so much of it already. There's so much negativity, and I feel like it's just, I don't know. There's just nothing positive that comes out of it, But we have this platform here. Maybe it's not huge right now, but it is an opportunity for us to share and kind of where we're at because I think that is something that people are curious about. Like, we love humor, scary
Yeah.
things. We laugh and stuff all the time, but we do have our opinions, we do have our thoughts on things and stuff, and we do talk about these things. These are things that we've recently discussed amongst ourselves. And so I don't know, I just get a little annoyed when I see people like constantly posting like in groups like, be safe, watch out for this, and yes, be aware, share if you have a bad experience, but also remember there's always been people that are not quite you know normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're
Doesn't mean they're bad.
or they're trying to steal your kids. I feel like you should be you can tell when they are like, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. It's just weird. There's just so much weird stuff out there. Who knows? Maybe you guys are going to come at me and think I'm still being too lax and, I I shouldn't judge people that are doing that. I'm not told I hope I don't come off like I'm judging them. I'm just saying stick up for yourself. If you feel like someone is being weird, make that eye contact and, call them out, because I have guarantee they're not expecting you to do that, and just be like, what?
And before we move on, going off of kind of what we said, I heard in a podcast the other day, it was a great quote, and I'll put it in the description once I remember who said it, but they said, there's nothing better than becoming dumber and smarter in the same conversation, meaning that by becoming dumb, you've just found out that you were wrong, but you learned something. And that we need to get more comfortable at becoming dumber and smarter at the same time, because that means you are listening with an open mind, and that you have the ability to change your opinion. And that really just stuck to me. I love the way he said it. Like, there's nothing better than becoming dumber and smarter in the same conversation, because
Yeah, it's like that other quote too. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yep.
I've always liked that one
Yeah.
too.
And just with everything that's going on, people need to have more open ears. There's even friends of ours that are, you see them on social media and they're hypocrites when they talk about, they're tired of people complaining and all they do is complain
Yes,
about people.
that's a tough one. It's like so hard not to say something like, well, wait a minute. If you scroll up or scroll back down, a couple days ago you were like bitching about something, and then today
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. And it's your platform. That's
Yeah,
what social media is,
exactly.
your platform to use how you want to, and I 100% support that. And you're going to go online and you're going to see a whole lot of myself, and you're going to see my kids, maybe some of us, but the most part you don't see anything, you hardly ever will see negative or political. I do post stuff, I'll share things in my stories, maybe articles to go click on and read. But yeah, it's just use your platform how you want to, but just
Wh-
remember, I don't know.
One quick thing before we go, if you haven't yet, on Netflix, go watch The Social Dilemma. It is one of the best documentaries I've seen on
I need to
Netflix.
watch it again and pay attention. I think
Okay.
that's the problem.
All
Is
right.
I caught bits and
You were
pieces, but
doing you
the
were doing
way
work that
everybody is
day.
saying how intense it is, I didn't catch that. So I'm like, I missed a whole lot then because I keep seeing people posting about it and the way he's responding. I'm like, what did I miss? Clearly, all of it because I
Yeah.
was not watching.
But they did such a good job of towing the line of not, you don't know, they didn't pick a side. They're not on the left, they're not on the right. They're spitting the facts out and telling you the dangers and the potential that all this has, and not just um, the addiction of it, but the influence that it has on indirectly on our minds, the ads, the everything that's on there. So if you haven't yet, check it out. I think they did an amazing job.
Well, it's interesting. And one thing I did take away from it, which I can get is so true, is the whole point, like adding likes onto Instagram was created to like make people happy, like yay, we like this, 2 thumbs up or whatever, and it turned into be a bad thing because people were freaking out if they didn't get as many, a lot of likes,
Getting depressed.
comparing their likes to another person's likes, and that's crazy, but it's true. I can totally get it. I've heard people talk like, oh well, I'm in Instagram groups too when I was really trying to focus on growing my brand, and people are like, oh well, if it has X amount of likes, I just hide that photo because so it doesn't affect my algorithm, or I don't know, it's just weird to me, like something that is they had added to be a good thing turned into be such a negative thing because people aren't
They get depressed if they don't get
they don't get enough likes and
interaction.
stuff. I don't look at that stuff at all, like, to be honest. I mean, I you know, don't, worry about that. I'm just trying to put out content. And if I only have like 5 people that are actually engaging in my content, I feel good. I'm like, okay, cool. At least it reached somebody that's interested, But if you follow, like, that's the thing too, like that, kind of going off the subject, but like somebody could have like 18,000 followers. But if you click on their content and there's only like 30 likes or something, they bought that. They bought their followers, or if they, it's interesting though. I mean, it's just crazy. It's social media is pretty nutty anyway.
Yeah, so check that out. And like I said, that's on Netflix, The Social Dilemma. Um, all right. So did you send me your stuff, babe?
No.
She's gonna send me her stuff, and while we wait on that, with October right around the corner, I need to do good about going to the store and not buying every bag of candy that I see and bringing it home because we will snack on it all day. A couple weeks ago, my mom knows how much Jamie loves candy corn, and so she got three or four different bags of nasty candy corn. The pumpkin ones, the caramel apple flavored ones that were disgusting, some Sour Patch ones that were disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I think the texture is gross, but we wanted to save this one bag. We're only going to do a few, but one of them was turkey dinner candy corn, and the flavors are green beans, roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, ginger glazed carrot, sweet potato pie, and stuffing. Um, I'm interested to see if the flavors actually taste like what they say they are, but I'm not excited about the texture because I do find it revolting. I might as well eat the pumpkin spice candle that we have lit in our house. So, yeah, I am going to try this out. Let's see.
Well, you should put out one of each for both of us so
Okay.
we can try them together.
All right, so I'm going to take a break, and then when we come back, I'll have all this set up.
All right.
All right, and we're back.
So there's supposed to be 6 flavors, but only 5 look different from each other. So we picked out the 5. So either one of them either comes in one, like, what do I mean? So something must
Same
either
color.
there must be 2 flavors with the same look that we can't figure it out, or I don't know what's happening. So we each picked the 5 out that look different, and we're going to give them a go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save the red one for last because I
figured.
figure it's cranberry, which is my favorite. So I'm hoping that's like my favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner is a cranberry sauce out of a can. Oh, we're going green.
Let's get green beans out of the way. The green beans can be cooked good, but this is
It is green bean. I'm going to make not like it. I don't like green
get
beans.
my water ready.
Is that a green bean?
Yeah. Ew. Mm-hmm. No?
Not green bean, but not good.
Okay. Who picked the next?
So white and orange. So did you tell them what the flavors were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so going with the white orange. Sweet potato.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That might have been what you got.
Yeah.
Cruzy came over and tried one and spit it out.
Yep, that's sweet potato for sure.
All right. Now what?
What next? Let's go with the orange and brown. I think this is either going to be... Or wait. Is this orange and brown?
It looks like orange and orange. So I think it's me.
The carrot.
So green beans and carrot? That's disgusting.
Ginger glazed carrot.
Yep. It's definitely carrot. Oh.
I can't finish that.
It's carrot.
The texture is so gross.
I don't mind the texture of
I know you don't.
cotton candy. I eat or cotton candy, candy corn, but oh,
Okay. So this is the yellow and brown one.
which means it's got to be either the turkey
Or the stuffing.
or the stuffing. And then if it's not, well, yeah, it's got to be one or the other, which means that opposite one will be missing because this has to be cranberry.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. That's stuffing. What'd you get?
I thought it tasted like gross meat.
I think it tastes like stuffing.
No, I think you're right. Oh. I can't finish that. Oh.
So turkey's missing.
What the fuck would turkey be?
But I don't know.
Oh.
It kind of has like an after flavor of the turkey, so it's almost like the stuffing and turkey is combined because you can't really tell the difference. That's my impression because he thought it tasted more meaty. I thought it tasted more like stuffing, but I can kind of get the impression of a turkey after. So I bet you stuffing and turkey is actually one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's horrible.
Tastes like cock-a-doodle is what it tastes like.
I'm not even excited for the cranberry. I like cranberry, but I'm not excited for this.
All right. Doesn't taste like cranberry, but it's better than the others. You spitting it out?
Yeah. Candy corn, man. It's my stomach's already like, ugh. That's much better though.
Cranberry wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
Want some more, Chris? Here, I want you to eat a green one. Yep, come on. I'm going to let him. He always likes part of our recordings. He does his own YouTube. Come over here and come stand by mommy. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Open up. Eat your veggies. You didn't even chew it up. Chew it up. Show the camera. Show this isn't so bad.
What's it taste like?
You want to know? He doesn't eat
I
green
know.
beans.
Watch, he likes it. All right, so
All right.
A big no thank you to Mom. Those are disgusting.
We're just bringing them
So-
tomorrow to the kid's birthday party.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
going to make a big
Yes.
candy corn bowl.
There you go.
All of them. Because we have like 6 bags that are partly open. So I'm just going to combine them all into the pumpkin bucket.
Gross flavors mixed in.
And just see.
There you go.
Just maybe we should have a hidden camera of people eating them.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Because I mean, if you're not expecting that and you think you're just getting your basic candy corn, you're gonna gag. Like you're gonna freak out. So totally gonna do that.
Yeah.
We did that with with the candy from Japan. We brought some to the beach, and we were having our friends eat the sake flavored Kit Kats, and they were just like, "Ooh," not so excited.
They're still not as bad as right now. They have the Skittles have those zombie Skittles, and one of the flavors is zombie flesh. And I've never tasted anything so foul. It was disturbing. So
That's right. I forgot we were passing those out too.
oh gosh.
That's funny. All right.
All right. So now that that's done, whoa. All right. Let's see.
There's just some funny stuff I saved.
All right. What's this one?
It's just a meme.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, it doesn't get bigger. It's fine. So this meme's funny. It's hey son, I found a picture of your grandpa, and it's a black and white photo from back in the day, like as if I was showing, one of my kids a photo of like my badass grandpa in black and white, and he looks like, legit badass. And then it says, hey son, I found a picture of your grandpa, and it's fast forward to 2060. So coming back to,
Today.
times today. And it's a boy's face that looks like Justin Bieber, kind of like Justin Bieber in the early days, with a dog filter, Snapchat filter or whatever. So it's just then versus what now, which is kind of funny because I feel like it was pretty true. So that cracked me up. It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Another meme I say, this one's been in my phone for a while because we haven't recorded in the last couple of weeks. And you got to see it. It's a, how do you explain that? Well, it says, I was going to make a joke about this, but but that would be silly, wouldn't it? And it's wooden and then tit because it's like two big wood boobies.
It's a wooden sculpture of two big boobs.
Wouldn't it?
Damn it.
And then these are just two funny little things I saved.
All right.
And it's a kitty with the little duck comes up to a little chicken. It says, when you're all touched out and the kid wants to snuggle. And it's just cute. The little duck goes flying. The kitty just kicks it with his back leg, and it's hilarious.
All right. Hold on. All right, bud. Back up, okay? Thank you.
So that one was super cute. And then my last one, this was just funny. Ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws. It's just two drunk girls trying to walk downstairs, and they literally just eat shit.
Law of gravity. Oh, she missed the whole step.
Yep. Those freaking White Claws that are disgusting. So those are my funnies of the day. That's all I got.
All right. Well, quote or no quote?
I didn't have a quote.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, we got a pretty chill day before a long day tomorrow. We have 2 birthdays.
You candy corn burping in your throat and belly.
Yep, it was gross. Our oldest turning 18 and youngest turning 7 next week.
And it's so funny. I had some new clients this week. They were from out of the area for one was the mother of the bride, one was the mother of the groom. And so they came together, so cute. And they came in tan, one for her first time and one hasn't done it in years. And we were talking, they were talking about their kids and stuff. And they were asking me about my family and my kids. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. I said, my oldest is turning 18 and my youngest is turning 7 this week, actually, this weekend. And they looked at me and the one of them's like, you do not have an 18-year-old. There's just no way you can have an 18-year-old. And I laughed, obviously, haha, it's funny and it's true. Obviously, I do have an 18-year-old, but always when I get that, I always wonder, like, are they thinking in their mind, like, oh, she must have been a teen mom, like, I love that it's such a compliment. I love feeling like, oh, I look young, for having an 18-year-old, but I wasn't. I was in my early 20s, but at the same time, I can't help but wonder if they think, like, oh, 4 kids and one's 18. She must have started really young or something, and I didn't, but I'm gonna be 42 pretty soon. But anyway, I just thought that was funny. I always crosses my line, like, they must think I was like a kid in school or something, which isn't uncommon. I mean, I went to school with a bunch of teen moms, but anyway.
So yeah, tomorrow we will be celebrating with the bounce house, barbecue and hot dog bar. Yummy food and all of that, and it's supposed to be 90. Well, I haven't checked the temperature, but it's supposed to be a hot one tomorrow.
Yeah, well, bounce house better come.
I know. So, but anything? Oh, our county has opened up, so I know that salons got the okay before, right? Or did they?
Yeah.
Get the
So
okay?
everything that was being serviced outside, which was self-services or self-care services, which was nails, skin, hair had moved back in about a week ago. And then restaurants, gyms, everything is opening, but our county is broken up into colored tiers. We only moved up 1 tier, which is still high risk, but it's progress, and they're allowing, it's a very minimal percentage though. So like the gyms can only open up to 10% capacity. So I don't even know how they're going to work that out as far as like clicking people in or something. I don't even
Yeah.
know. Restaurants are only opened up to like 25%. So small restaurants, that's like 2 tables for some of
Yeah.
our little tiny restaurants here. But ultimately, it's progress. The outdoor seating will still be available. I went and had breakfast with a girlfriend today, and we sat outside, and patio's beautiful. So I'm not hating on the outdoor seating. When the weather's nice,
Yeah.
it's really cool to drive through our downtown Paso and see all these people sitting outside. I've heard it's similar to like other countries and stuff where everybody's always outside eating and everything, and it's kind of cool. I mean, I know once we fully open and people move everything back in, that's not going to be a thing anymore.
I
But
know.
it's just something cool to take away from 2020 when times were rough apparently. So anyway, but yeah, so slowly but surely, if our numbers keep maintaining or going down, we'll be able to bump up those tiers every hopefully couple weeks or so. So
Yeah. So that's all we got, guys. Don't know what's next, but once again, a shout out and love to all our officers. Shout out to our friend. Glad that you're okay. We hope to see you soon. And other than that, we hope you guys enjoy. Um, yes, look for the turkey dinner. That's what it's called. Turkey dinner candy corn. If any of those flavors you would fancy.
ugh, no fancy any of
Yeah.
them.
Um, other than that, we miss you guys and enjoy the weekend. All right.
Yep.
Anything else got to plug? Or we good?
I think that's it. I got projects I'm working on still. I just keep
Yes.
adding to my plate, but not moving forward with, I procrastinate.
One thing that maybe would be fun just to do on here is Jamie and I are gonna start to remodel our kitchen. Nothing crazy, not a bunch of actual architecture stuff we're designing, but just a facelift, a little facelift. We're gonna work on all of our cabinets, and then we're gonna extend the floors into our living room, which should look pretty cool with
Just
all new
updates.
floorings. Just
It's an older
updates.
house. It's an older house, and landlord's cool with that. So we're just gonna.
Yeah, we never really done any of that, and it'd be fun for us to do, and easy enough for us to do. So maybe that'll be fun to share every once in a while. The updates on
Yeah, as the
getting
weather
started to
changes, and I
finished.
figure my beach days will be lesser.
Yeah,
More. It'll end up being more of just a drive and go sit and get some fresh air, then leave. Won't be my 6 to 8 hour days of laying
I
at the
know.
beach and taking it all in. Since the weather will be changing here shortly. So I figure we'll turn that energy towards working on the house.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we love you all. Go subscribe on YouTube and then follow us on Instagram at Salty Blowie. We're really looking to add more followers and keep the content going on that. So we really do put a lot of questions, or whether it's memes from the show stuff, short little highlights on. And if you don't have the time to put into watching the full show, we try and put some of that into the Instagram. So definitely go follow Salty Blowie on Instagram. All right, guys.
Word.
We will catch you next week. Take care.
Peace.